Welcome to Determining Main Idea Part 2 for this week's lesson. If you have not watched the Learn Zillion video from the Schoology resource page and assignment page, please go back and watch that before you do this assignment with us. In that video, you learned that we can find or determine the main idea of a text or a passage paragraph by paragraph, and by looking at the details and paying attention to how all of those details add up into one main idea. So you'll remember that we used the hand model, and the fingers represent the details that we learn as we read through the passage. And because of those details, we can then determine the main idea, and the main idea is what we put in the palm of our hand. So we're going to go ahead and do some practicing now that you've already watched the video and learned how to use the clues or the details in the text to determine main idea. Okay, task card 1 says, I can't wait until this weekend. We're going to my grandparents' house and my entire family will be there. I will spend most of my time playing games with my cousins. We always have such a good time together. The day goes by so fast, and by the end, we are all exhausted, but we still don't want to leave. So we're looking for the main idea of this passage, and it gives us some options. A, weekends are times to travel. B, the writer enjoys spending time with family. C, the writer's grandparents live far away. Or D, the writer is sad to leave her cousins. Okay, go ahead and determine which one you think, A, B, C, or D, and why you think that is true. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at these. A, it says weekends are a time to travel. Now, I don't really know if the author was saying that. I couldn't find it anywhere. I see that they do go to their grandparents' house, but other than that, that's all it says about weekends being times to travel. So I think it's okay to say, I don't know why it keeps doing that. I think it's safe to say that that's definitely not the answer. B, it says the writer enjoys spending time with his family or her family. I see that the writer says right here, I can't wait until this weekend. And then it says, I'm going to spend most of my time playing games. That sounds pretty fun. It says we always have such a good time together. The day goes by fast. I know that usually when my day goes by fast, it's because I'm having a great time. And then at the end, we're exhausted, but we still don't want to leave. So, exhausted in a fun way. I think that this one best describes, oops, not that one. This one best describes all the details of the text, but I'm going to go ahead and read C and D just to make sure that I didn't miss anything. C says the writer's grandparents live far away. I actually don't even know if that's true. And D, the writer is sad to leave her cousins. That is true. I know that that's true. However, is that the main idea of the passage? Well, if it was, there would have to be more details in the passage that told us about how the writer felt when she was or he was leaving his or her cousins. All right, let's look at passage 2. This is a nonfiction passage. It says Wilbur and Orville Wright were brothers who were inventors, even from a young age when they built kites and bicycles. Many people credit the Wright brothers with designing and building the first successful airplane. In 1903, their first flight only lasted 12 seconds, but it continues to inspire people all over the world to learn about science and math, to work hard to realize their dreams, and to use imagination to achieve success. Okay, so it's asking us what the main idea of this passage is. And our options are A, the Wright brothers worked hard. Yes, I think they did. B, the Wright brothers were inventors who have inspired many people. Yes, also true. C, inventors build kites and bicycles. Sure, inventors do. I think it was more about the Wright brothers, but they were inventors. And D, the first flight was in 1903. That is true. So we have a lot of facts in here for our main idea. But remember, what we're trying to do is we're trying to figure out what all the details in the passages, how they can add up to the main idea. So as you can see, even in our ABC portion, there are some details in here that can lead to the main idea. So let's go ahead and look at the text again. It says, Wilbur and Orville Wright were brothers who were inventors. Even from a young age, they built these or invented these bicycles. So as I'm holding my palm out, I'm thinking, okay, these brothers are inventors. They built kites and bicycles. Many people credit the Wright brothers with designing and building the first successful airplane. So they are known for building the first successful airplane. Okay, that's a third detail. In 1903, their first flight only lasted 12 seconds, but it continues to inspire people all over the world. I'm going to put inspire people because even to this day, it continues to inspire people to learn about science and math. It inspires them to work hard and realize their dreams. It inspires them to use their imagination and achieve success. So I think that this one that says the Wright brothers were inventors, yep, that was one of my details, who have inspired many people. It talked right here about how they have inspired them to do all these things, learn about science, to work hard and realize their dreams, imagine and achieve success. So I think that B is, even though all of these are true, B would be the best answer to show the main idea of this passage. Okay, so I forgot to tell you earlier, but if you ever need to pause the video, like for thinking time before I give the answer away, you can always press your space bar and it will pause the video to give yourself some time to come up with what you believe the correct answer to the main idea is. Okay, number 3 says, I have a dog whose name is Paco. He is almost 10 years old. Paco is very lovable with a brown face and short black fur. He is one of my best friends. He plays with me, sleeps with me, and goes on walks with me. I am so glad to have him around. I love him. The main idea of this passage is A, the dog's name is Paco. B, everyone should have a dog. C, the writer's dog is an important part of his life. Or D, the dog is cute and sweet. Go ahead and take a second to decide which one of these you feel the main idea is. Okay, so number 3 is interesting because we are working actually right now in our writing unit about opinion writing. So what I noticed about 2 of these answers is that 2 of these answers were opinions. B says everyone should have a dog. I just crossed that all the way out. And the D is the dog is cute and sweet. So those are opinions. Everyone should have a dog and the dog is cute and sweet. So the main idea of this passage, because it's not a persuasive passage, the text is not trying to persuade anybody to do anything. It's about an author talking about his dog. We can rule D and B out. It does not have the characteristics of opinion writing. So then the other 2 options we're left with are the dog's name is Paco and the writer's dog is an important part of his life. Well, we do learn right here that the dog's name is Paco. We actually learn more than just his name though. We learn how old he is. We learn what he looks like, brown face and short black fur. We also learn that the dog is one of my best friends. Now that's pretty strong language. It shows the closeness between the author and his animal. And now we hear about the things that these best friends, Paco and the boy, do together. They play together, they sleep together, they go on walks together, and he's so happy to have him around and he loves him. So between the dog's name is Paco and the writer's dog is an important part of his life, C is the correct answer. All right, for number 4, I'm actually not going to give the answer to this one. I would like you to respond in the comment section below and tell me, what is the main idea of this passage? What do you choose? It says, Eric gripped the bat in his hands. His palms were sweaty, but he took a deep breath as he stepped up to the plate. He had to score a run or his team would lose the game. When the pitcher threw a fastball, Eric's reflexes took over and he heard the crack of the bat hitting the ball. His heart raced with excitement as he ran to first base. He was safe. The main idea of this passage is A, Eric plays baseball. B, Eric scores a home run. D, how to play baseball. Or D, Eric overcomes his nerves and makes it to first base. Okay, please respond with what you think the answer is in the comment section below and why you think it is that. So what is the answer and why is that the answer? That is your reading homework.